Hello, this is Danny from Danny Design Studio. Thank you so much for joining me again today. We are on day 3 of the 12 Days of Christmas series. And if these videos are something you like and would like to follow me, just like and press the bell icon on the right hand side of the screen to subscribe, and then you'll be sent notifications of when I upload so you don't miss anything. So today we are going to be doing this cute little box, and I love these little acorn trinkets. They're sort of a coppery colour, and I think they look like pine cones, so I thought this could be a nice little Christmas box. I'm going to show you what's inside, and if you like making things, I've got these 4 little truffles that fit quite cutely, bit of tissue paper inside, or you could put fudge in there if you want to. If you're a baker, it's quite nice to bake a little gift for somebody, and then you could just make this little box, or you can even buy it from the store, it doesn't matter. But it's quite nice to just jazz it up with a little box as a gift to give for Christmas. So I'm going to be using this lovely paper, and I've got a crumb cake base, so I'm using the paper, the pumpkins from here, because it's got a lovely little gold shimmer to it, and this beautiful bundle, the trinkets, and the base is a crumb cake cardstock. So I've already scored that for you, but I will tell you the dimensions of it. So I do use the Simply Scored tool, which I think is a really good investment. If you haven't got one, it is worth getting it. So I've already scored that. It's an 8 by 8 piece of cardstock, and it's scored on all 4 sides at 2.5, 1 1/4 and 2.5 on all 4 sides. To save time, I've already done that. And then the top of the box is a 6 by 6, and then you bring it out slightly because you want to make the box slightly bigger so it fits snugly on top of the base, and you score at 3/4 and 1.5, 3/4 and 1.5, and remember to bring it out on all 4 sides. You bring it out slightly, so 3/4 and 1.5, and this is on all 4 sides. This is a reinforced box, so it's got a lovely finish to it, so that's why we're scoring in 2 places. It all become clear. Oh, I've done that already. Right, so the next thing to do is to burnish all the sides. So you just burnish all 4 sides, so going around and every one of these creases. You've got your Simply Scoring tool, and that's what's going to make your box really stand up really well. Same with the top, and then we're going to start cutting. So, right, this is our box, and never find anything when I want to. Right, so you're going to cut up to there. To the second horizontal line. So you want all these 3 squares out of the way, you just want this kept. So I'm going to cut that, and this one I'm just cutting at an angle as well, and this one. So the same on this side. So this is a good sturdy box because all the sides are going to be reinforced. Trying to get it out of the way. There we go. Then you do exactly the same with your top. So you're cutting all these 3 little squares away. You're keeping this one, and then taking a little bit off the side of that one as well, of that little rectangle, because these are basically going to fold in. So there we go. We're going to start putting it all together. So we want some glue on, that's the outside of my box. So I'm going to use the Stamp and Seal Plus. So these little tabs are what is going to be forming the sides of the box, and then these other bits are going to go inwards later. So just for speed I'm using the Stamp and Seal, but you can use the wet glue if you want. Sometimes the wet glue is perfectly okay, because I think I quite like the wet glue, even though some people don't. It's just that that gives you a little bit of time and a bit of wiggle room as well. So then, so I've got to notch that bit, so that doesn't help. I don't know where my little scissors have gone. Right, so then I'm going to use my silicone mat, because I want to put some glue on this outside bit, because they are going to go inside, and this is your reinforcement. Not that this box needs reinforcement really, because it's only going to have truffles in it, but it's quite a nice finish as well, because you won't see the edge of the box, and it's a nice presentation. So then go inside and just burnish that down so that it's really stuck down well. So that's that. And then what I've also got is I put a little inside bit, just so that, because it's going on, the truffles are going on it. And then also I have this is 1 inch by 3 inches, or just under 3 inches, and then I've cut it halfway cut that to halfway, and if you slot that in one to another, you get a little sort of inside bit, so it separates your truffles. And then I put the truffles actually on tissue paper as well. So that's the inside of the box, and then I'm going to do this bit, which is the outside. Just need to get my silicone mat. So these little tags, that's where you want to put your glue, and that is just going to go inside like that, and there, and then glue again on these bits. It's sort of tricky to actually do it. With a Seal Plus, I find that you just shouldn't be too heavy-handed with it, because it's so strong, it'll take off the paper that you're putting it on. Whereas the Seal Plus I really recommend for 3D projects, because it's very strong, really good, quick, fast and easy. So there we go, and then reinforce it, make it a nice finish with your bone folder, and then that should go nice and snugly on the top like that. Right, so there we go. I'm not going to put truffles in it because it's going to cause a lot of dust and chocolate everywhere. These are the colours I'm going to be using to do my acorns and leaves. Beautiful autumn, and these leaves are these three, the acorn and these two leaves, and I'm going to write "Hey There" on the top. So I've already mounted them, and I'm going to put it on some white. I can find some. Shall I put it on here? It's fine. Right, so pop that on there. The acorn I'm going to do in crumb cake. So Cajun craze, crumb cake and pumpkin pie. Lovely. Oops. Now I've got that on me. Right, I've got my Wink of Stella here. And if you catch it quick enough, the Wink of Stella is just lovely because it's got a little shimmer to it. And while the stamp is actually drying, it sort of pulls the ink into the middle a little bit more, and colours the actual leaf as well. So it gives it a little shimmer because it's nice for Christmas. Oh, that's a lot coming out there. Right, and then you've got these lovely little punches that I think are great to use, and I'm just going to cut these out. So pop that on there, we turn it upside down and then pop it on there, and it cuts it out beautifully. This one is that way. And the last one, now this is a little bit wet, but never mind. By the time I put it onto the sentiment die cut, then I think it should be dry. So that's that. I can pop that aside. And then I'm using this this little punch, which is the Label Me Fancy. And I'm going to use that with crumb cake as well. And with this, it's got a little hole in, or it's got a little longer piece here. So what you could do, if you wanted to, you could put a little hole at the top, or you could put a little bit on either side, a longer hole here on either side, and put ribbon through it or anything you like really. But I'm going to keep mine plain, and then I'm going to put the Hey There sentiment on here, and I'm going to use that in the Cajun because that's the darkest colour. So I'm going to put it down the bottom a little bit because my leaves are going to be at the top. So then I'm just going to pop it all together. I'm going to get some glue dots, put those ones in the middle, put the glue dots in the middle, sorry, and then this one I'm going to raise up a little bit with some dimension. That's going to go in the centre like that. So it's going to go on there. Now I've already put my little trinkets on here, so I think what I'm going to do is get my braided trim, which is here, and I think that goes with crumb cake quite nicely. It's just slightly thicker than the twine, and then that's going to go around. Cut some off. I'm going to tie a bow if I can, hopefully. And then once I've tied the bow, I'm going to tie this around it. What I've done is I put it on twine, I've threaded it through, and then put little knots at the end, and then given myself a long enough bit of twine so that I can put it round here and tie it round, sort of hide that a little bit. And then put that wherever I can fit it really. I'll move that up a little bit, I think, and then that can go there. So that can be mounted on glue dots or wet glue. Just because I've got this handy, I'm just going to pop it on there like that. So there we go. Inside is There's quite some nice sentiments. I've got hey there on the outside, and I was going to put life is better with you inside on a piece of paper inside, just before you get to the truffles. So just to make it just a little bit nice, giving it to somebody special. So there we go. There are these two lovely little boxes, and if you can see, I think they're really cute for Christmas. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. So in the meantime, happy stamping, crafters. If you like this video, please click the like button below, and please subscribe and select the bell icon to all to receive notifications of when I upload. Thank you.